Welcome, soccer fans. We want to welcome you to a wet and gloomy and gray Lansing, Michigan for today's broadcast of your national champions for United States youth soccer U15 boys, Nationals Union Black 04 boys in State Cup action as they take on Michigan Rush Lansing. We're coming to you under the lights today from Lansing, and this is the third and final game for both teams in group play for State Cup in the Michigan State Soccer Association for 15 and under boys. Nationals Union is coming off 2 wins over Midwest United White and La Forza SC, while Michigan Rush Lansing has 1 victory over Midwest United from this past weekend, 1-0, and they came up a little short against La Forza, giving them 3 points. Bottom line in this game today is if Nationals Union wins this game, they will win Group A in the preliminary brackets and secure their spot in the round of 16. They can also secure their spot with a draw as well. For Rush Lansing, a win for them, and they will create a 3-team tie at 6 points between Nationals, Rush Lansing, and La Forza, and then it'll come down to goal differential. A loss or a tie by Rush Lansing will eliminate them from State Cup competition. Expect a competitive, hard-fought game today by both sides. We're a few minutes away from the opening kickoff. We're going to play a total of 80 minutes, 40 minutes per half here in Lansing. We're hoping to bring you some good action. I just want to suggest to everybody that is watching to go ahead and hit the subscribe button down underneath the screen in the game. That way we can try to get to our 1,000 subscribers for our channel, so we can start to live stream these games instead of just recording them and uploading them. We'd like to be able to bring these games live for everybody to watch, but as of right now we can't do that due to YouTube's change in the requirements for mobile live streaming. I hope you enjoy the game today. We should just be a few minutes away from the opening kick. Rush Lansing going over a few last-minute game plans while Nationals Union is finishing up their warm-ups. The referees look like they're just about ready to take the field and get this game underway. We are following the black lines on the outside of the field today. There are no corner flags at the corners. Instead, the referees deemed it acceptable to put orange pylons out in the corners instead. Several teams so far in the 15U boys age group have secured a spot into the round of 16. The knockout rounds coming up in a couple weeks here, matter of fact, in Saginaw. We're still trying to iron out which teams are going to walk away with the 5 wild cards. The 5 wild cards will be awarded to the non-group winners that finish with the most points, and then tiebreakers will come down to goal differential after that to determine which teams get which wild cards and or are left out of the knockout rounds completely. Nationals Union will be coming out on the field in their all-black kits. Rush Lansing is coming out in white jerseys and blue shorts and white socks. Nationals Union is led by Granthik Chatterjee. His second year coaching this particular team. Is also the coaching director and club director for Nationals. Again, Nationals have a few huge games coming up. in about a month or so. Number one is their one-off against Vestavia Hills SC out of Alabama. They'll be traveling to St. Louis, Missouri on June 9th for a one-off in National League play. That was one of the games canceled in North Carolina due to weather, and both teams finished their 5-game schedule both 5-0, and the new National League rules state that if any of those teams finish within 3 points, either in first or second, and they didn't play each other, then they would be scheduled in a one-off situation, and that result will determine which team gets the automatic berth into the national championships in July. Nationals also coming up this weekend in Grant Park in Westfield, Indiana, resume their Great Lakes Conference play with 2 games against one against Indy Premier, one against Hotspurs out of Pennsylvania. Nationals Union is looking to win out their games and potentially win the Great Lakes Conference after coming up short in a game against Team Challenger a few weeks back. Both teams are taking the field here. For Nationals, it looks like we're going to have Jai Kozar-Lewis, Devin Dillon Hernandez, Ryan Gruca, Ryan Decker, Mateo Phillips, Shane Simon, Jeremy Sharp, Nolan Miller, Richie Ludwig, Zach Wittenberg in the starting lineup, and it looks like Evan Lindsley in goal. I believe also Ryan Gruca will be out there to start. Evan Lindsley now leading Nationals in a pre-game pep talk. It is a little chilly here in Lansing, a little bit of a breeze. Looks like the breeze will be blowing from left to right on your screen. It's damp today. We are playing on a field turf field, so the water should be no issue at all. A little bit of rain earlier in the day should not pose any problems for either of these teams today. Both teams are out on the field, and we're just about ready for the kick.
There's a huge tournament. You have to qualify for the tournament and go down to Disney and play in this tournament. And they won the whole thing.
And we're underway here in Lansing. Rush now trying to send a through ball there. A little bit too much pace for the player on the run. Nationals now coming out. Richie Ludwig switches the field to Sharp. Sharp with a long ball. He's looking for Wittenberg down the far side. And referee waves a flag. Looks like he's going to call a foul. Nope, he's going to signal for a throw. Good settle by Rush. Working the ball out on the far side. He's going to turn the corner on the Nationals defenders. And he goes down. The referee has indicated that the contact took place outside of the penalty area. It'll just be a free kick for Rush Lansing. That speed there out on that outside pose a big problem for Nationals. Kick just outside the 18-yard line. And he hits it, tries to chip up over Lindsley, and Lindsley's able to grab it out of the air, no problem. Phillips now with a heavy touch, almost loses the ball, is able to recover. To Decker. To the far side for Sharp. Sharp takes the ball up, sends the ball long. Looking for Dylan Hernandez. He heads the ball, the keeper's there to be able to pick it up. Simon with the win. Not sure what happened there. Kozar Lewis ended up on the ground, out of bounds, almost ran into the referee's table and chairs that are stationed at the sideline there. Sharp now up to Gruka, touches to Miller. Back to Sharp. Rush holding the high line here. Sharp tries to play it in, looking for somebody to make a run. Nobody there. Miss hit by the keeper off the side of his foot there. Still makes it to midfield. Settled by Phillips. Taken away. And then played out of bounds. It'll be a Nationals throw. Intercepted by Miller. Deflected forward. Cleared back out by Rush. Kozar Lewis with the steal. To Miller, to Sharp. He's got some space to bring the ball forward. Looking for Wittenberg. Pass a little light, but Wittenberg's there. Sends across, headed out. Phillips now looking for Hernandez. Touches the ball back. Finds Ludwig, who's immediately pressured. Rush doing a good job here in the early stages defensively, taking away the middle of the field for Nationals. Sharp now with a long ball. Finds Gruka. Hits the ball forward to Kozar Lewis. Can't find it. Hits it with his left. Shot on goal, saved by the Rush keeper. Dylan Hernandez touches around. Little miscommunication with him and Wittenberg. Finds Gruka. Gruka wasn't moving his feet. He wasn't ready for that. Still is able to walk through, gets a shot off. It's blocked. Back to Miller. Miller with a laser shot, blocked. Cleared out to Sharp. Sharp switches the field to Phillips. Phillips with a left-footed shot. Not sure if it was a shot or if he was looking for a through ball there, but just rolled into the keeper. Win by Phillips. Kozar Lewis wins the ball. Plays out Phillips. Phillips looking to make a run to the corner. Cleared out by Rush. Phillips with a lead to Wittenberg. Reaches for it, can't get a hold of it. One of the players for Rush goes down. Referee had a little discussion there with Ryan Decker about his physicality, and Rush Lansing's going to have a free kick here from about 50 yards out from goal. Sends the ball in the box. One up by Ludwig. Kruger breaks out, heavy touch. He loses the ball. Rush plays back in. Couple good moves. Tried to get the ball in. Headed out by Simon. Kruger now with the ball. Plays Phillips. Touches the ball inside. A little bit of foot skill there. Wittenberg now looking upfield for Dylan Hernandez. Headed back out. Wittenberg now up the line, looking for a cross. Didn't get where he was looking for it. Headed back out by Rush. A misplay there by Ludwig. Results in turnover, but doesn't harm Nationals as they win the ball back. Lindsley now to Phillips. Nationals trying to play a lot of long balls forward here, and not a whole lot of them are connecting. Blocked and deflected out of bounds by Phillips. Coach Chatterjee employing his team to get organized here defensively. Dylan Hernandez looked like he had an opportunity to break out. A little missed touch, and he had to turn back here, and Rush able to recover. And actually almost came away with the ball. Yep, from this point of view, it looked like at least two of the Nationals players were offsides. See, to me, a play like that is unacceptable, especially when you're looking straight down your line and you're behind a defender. That's not being very aware of the positioning of players out on the field. Decker tried to play the ball, didn't work out, almost gets by Simon. Simon with a good save there and clear out. 50-50 ball with Phillips and a Rush player. Decker now clears the ball out. Little shoulder tackle there. Ball's going to go out on Rush. Be a Nationals throw. Dylan Hernandez reaches for the ball. Oh, he gets by. Splits the defenders. Ball was deflected out towards the sideline, though. Lost it. Crossed by Jay Kozar-Lewis. Dylan Hernandez hits the ball across to Wittenberg, who misses wide of the far post.
verify. Maybe she shows up. I don't know.
And out one by Ludwig. Miller up for a 50-50.
Yeah.
Settled by Nationals out to Phillips. Nationals trying to force these long balls. They're not working. That one went off the back of Gruka. Nationals able to recover him. Phillips to Gruka. He's playing Miller, who wasn't ready for it, not moving his feet. Nationals right now offensively are just not on the same page. Having a hard time connecting some passes.
Okay, I've never had that. If you're above my game, my water game don't go that high. My water game generally stops just about Aquafina. Smart water, man. Smart water. Yeah. Lindsay buys that other stuff that's super high in pH.
Nationals is really causing Rush right now to do a lot of extra running without the ball, chasing, having them move from side to side on the field with all their switching. Great run by Ludwig down the line. Ludwig now with a cross. Rush Lansing player deflect that out right to Miller, who was basically alone and couldn't connect it. Sharp now with a play to the far bar. Adjusted down by Kozar Lewis. Played outside by Hernandez. Ludwig was offsides. Nationals is having a hard time with some of their first and second touches. Ludwig now looking for Kozar Lewis, making a run. Cleared out by Rush. Phillips to Ludwig now. Ludwig playing the ball and looking for Hernandez, who gets a foot on it. It gets by the keeper and it's in. It's a good goal. I don't believe Dylan Hernandez hit that one. He may got a piece of it. Looks like we'll be giving Dylan Hernandez the goal on the assist by Richie Ludwig. That brings the score to Nationals 1, Rush Lansing 0 in the 17th minute. Headed by Kozar Lewis. Gruka giving chase. Almost gets there, not quite. Over the head of Decker. Not pressured. Plays the ball back to Simon, who finds Lindsley. Miller with a good turn. Finds Dylan Hernandez. And plays the ball in the air. I'm not sure if he got all that one. He was looking for Wittenberg.
defer to him over here whenever I have a question.
Ball goes in, bounces in. Lindsay's got to jump up a little bit to get that one, but no threat. And turn and just roll that ball to Simon. Phillips now with a long ball looking for Hernandez, who touches Gruka. Gruka's in. He's past the defenders. Giving chase, shouldered off. The ball's just going to roll back to the rush keeper. Decker a little slow there, almost got that ball taken off his foot by the rush striker. It's able to recover and play Lindsley though. Mistouch by Devin, Dylan Hernandez there. Ball ends up finding Miller. Ludwig sends the ball to the corner for Dylan Hernandez, who gives chase. The defender is right there, shields the ball. It's going to go out for a goal kick. Coach Chatterjee looks like he didn't see something that he liked out there, saw something he didn't like, and is instructing a few of the players out there. Sharp now turns back, finds Lindsley. Pass there intercepted by Rush, was intended for Dylan Hernandez. Rush Lansing here not really pressing the center backs for Nationals. They press when they send it outside to their outside backs, but they're not pressing on the center backs. They must feel that the Nationals team is more of a threat with their outside backs than the center backs. Nothing there for Simon. Just plays Phillips. Phillips now looking for play down the line. Mishits it. Ball sails out of bounds. Nationals in a 4-4-3 formation. Ludwig now for Sharp. Wittenberg, who immediately has a defender on his back. A lot of these passes for Nationals just don't have quite enough pace, and they're not seeming to find feet or leading the player intended for. And it's causing some turnovers. And that ball ended up going over the touchline. It'll be a rush throw. Few raindrops falling here and there occasionally. Nothing that's going to hinder the play out on the field at all this evening, at least yet anyway. And I believe most of the rain should be out of the area for the evening. We should have no issues with weather during this match. Wittenberg now brings the ball up to the far side, sends the ball across, gets all the way through the defense. Kozar Lewis giving chase. Ball gets deflected behind him. He can't turn and find it. Played out by Rush. Nice play there. Gruka with a quick throw, looking for Kozar Lewis in the corner. Just cleared almost all the way over to the baseball diamond. Mateo Phillips with touch inside, gets the ball inside the box. It's a left-footed service, just didn't get all of it, and hits it off the rush defender. Hernandez now with a shot on goal, sails over the crossbar. Referee indicates that that was deflected out or tipped out by the keeper, and it's going to result in the Nationals corner kick. We're in the 24th minute here. We'll score Nationals 1, Rush Lansing 0. Again, this is the final preliminary game for both these teams. Phillips with the corner. Sends the ball in, near post, deflected out. Found by Ludwig. Turns. Finds Phillips. Right-footed service, doesn't get all of it. Finds Miller. Can't quite get his foot over it. Takes the ball out to the side. Service up over top. Hernandez up with the header, and it's going to go up over the crossbar. Ball seems to find its way through a few different players. Rush comes away with it. Looking for somebody forward. Able to recover. Still maintain possession. Hernandez given chase. Tackled by Miller. Referee calls a foul there. Not quite sure. Unless Miller gave him a little shove after the tackle. Played on a quick restart to the far side corner. Deflected out by Miller. Sent forward by Ludwig. Nobody there, just a big clearance out of their own defensive third. Well, intercepted by Miller. Sent down the far sideline. Looking for Wittenberg. Is he going to get to it? Turn inside. Shoulder by the rush defender. He goes down. Wittenberg strong. To Ludwig at top of the box. Makes a move. Hits it with left. Deflected. And it's going to get over the end line for another Nationals corner. Phillips to take this corner. Sent in, near post again. Off Dylan Hernandez's head. Looks like it deflected off of a rush player. And the referee indicates that it did. I'm going to go out for another Nationals corner. Phillips has taken a couple corners here and has decided to hit that ball towards the near post for him every time thus far. So when he gets a little bit more on a line, out towards middle, back to him. He's got some time, some space, hits it on line again, far post. To Kozar Lewis, who holds possession. To Sharp. Sharp looking for a cross, keeps it on the ground, goes under the foot of Simon. Tackled away by Ludwig. Hernandez now trying to make something happen with his feet. Play forward, nobody there for Nationals. Over Simon's head, back to Decker. A little heavy touch with the thigh on that. Played outside of Simon. Phillips just gets it away. Miller with a whiff. Heavy touch by Rush. Still able to recover. Rush now with the ball out on the near sideline. Deflected out by Sharp. Sharp with the clearance. Finds Dylan Hernandez, who has some space. To Wittenberg now. Wittenberg had some space to go forward. Decided to go back to Phillips. Finds Ludwig through the middle. A little behind him. And now takes the ball forward, draws the defender. He's able to play Sharp out. Sharp sends the ball, headed out by Rush. Sharp now with few dribbles. Gruka now tackled away by Rush. Played forward. Tries to play the ball down the end line. A little bit too much pace for his teammate. Collected by Decker, played to Simon. Kozar Lewis. Ludwig to Wittenberg. Touch, the Rush player goes down. I'm not quite sure what the referee sees there. Wittenberg had possession of the ball and the Rush player goes down. Looks like the first substitutions will make their way into the game here for Rush Lansing. Lindsley waiting patiently for a restart here. Looks like he's anticipating playing the ball just outside the box to Decker. Sharp sends up a long ball for Dylan Hernandez. He does get a foot on it, but not enough to control it. Cleared out by Rush. Nationals now going to be substituting into the game. Looks like Nico Wizlewski, Ryan Bovey, Zach Hoyumpa, and Aiden Bariak. Coming out will be Mateo Phillips, Ryan Gruka, Jai Kozar Lewis, and Zach Wittenberg. Cut to the inside by the Rush player. He's able to work around Dylan Hernandez. Down the far side. Played long, nobody there, and the ball just goes out. Curls back in, but the linesman indicated that it went over the touchline. And while Simon chases the ball out onto the track here, we'll check the time here. We're just about the 33rd minute out of the required 40 here. With the score, Nationals Union Black 1, Rush Lansing 0. Way up and now to Bovey. He gets the ball tackled away, but back into the possession of Simon. Decker now looking forward, sends a long ball. It's looking for Sharp, I believe, who's making a run. Didn't quite get to him. Headed back by Rush defense. Now they come forward with 4 attacking players. of footwork over there, ended up losing it. The referee's going to indicate that it was tackled out of bounds by a Nationals defender. Not sure if that was Bariak or Bovey that knocked that out. They were both in the vicinity of that ball. This will be the, I believe, the first corner of the match for Rush Lansing. Hits the ball low and short. Doesn't quite make it to the near post. Cleared out by Decker. Wazalewski giving chase now here. They can't quite connect on the pass there. Trying to come back upfield. The ball sails out for a Nationals throw. Up and now sends the ball forward. Nope, had it out again. Center back for Rush Lansing is able to get a hold of quite a few of those crosses. He's been able to defend those back out and head those back out. It hasn't really been much of a threat for Nationals. Sharp was down. Looks like a collision with one of the Rush players. Sharp injured on the far sideline. Not sure quite what happened there. It looked like it was a shoulder to shoulder. He went down. Looks like he may be favoring one of his legs. Referee's not. Oh, referee, I just heard him tell Coach Chatterjee that Sharp got the wind knocked out of him. He's back up and just take him a second to catch his breath there. No need for any type of medical assistance. Still bent over a little bit trying to catch his breath. From this vantage point it looked shoulder to shoulder, but for him to go down out of breath, it must have been a shoulder to a chest. So National's going to go ahead and just play the ball back to the Rush keeper now. We're going to restart play. We're in the 36th minute. Looking for Bovey. Ball was hit kind of light. He had to stop his run. Tackled out by a Rush player. The next substitutes here for Rush Lansing will come into the match. Simon with a switch of the field. Sharp has to come back about 10-15 yards to get it. He plays the ball forward looking for Dylan Hernandez. Rush player reaches for it, can't quite get a hold of it. Hernandez now with some juggling to Miller. To Bariak. Finds Sharp out on the far sideline. Sends in a cross. It gets deflected towards the middle of the field. Can't be collected by Rush. Played in by Bariak. Cleared back out by Rush. Sent back down by Decker. Bariak with a slide. Puts the ball right back into his feet to Bovey. Ludwig. Hoyampa. Hoyampa looking for Ludwig. It was a little bit too much in front of him. I'm going to try to win the ball back. He goes down. It's going to go out for a Rush throw. Turnover there by Rush. Wazalewski comes away with it, tries to dribble a few players. He's on past the defender, gets a shot. Keeper with a good kick save. Wazalewski still with the ball, tackled away. Cleared down the field. Sharp with a touch inside. Finds Hernandez. Sharp continues his run. He gets the pass back to him. He's in. He's into the defense. He hits the ball. And it sails up over the crossbar. Settled by Ludwig. Tackled away. Ludwig goes down. No call. Miller now. Can't quite control it. Hernandez now makes a move. Is on the defender. Touches it. Goes to the end line. Steps and turns. At the edge of the box. Nobody there for help. Plays the ball back to Sharp. Sharp with the service in. Oh, sails over everybody. Going to go out for a rush throw. We're in the final minute of play here in the first half. See, a player for Rush Lansing is down on the field. Guessing that there will be at least a minute of added time here. A goal, a couple of players injured. And we've reached the required 40. Referees indicated 2 minutes of added time. Rush now works through the tackles of Miller. Ball's going to go out for a rush throw. Miller, a little bit too far for Bovey. Tackled wide by Wizlewski. Ball spins on Ludwig a little bit. Dylan Hernandez is able to find it to Bariak. To Sharp. Works around the defender. Takes the ball down the sideline. Cuts to the outside. Taking the ball to the end. Puts the ball on the ground for Hernandez, who hits it wide. Didn't get his hip square with that one. And just kind of deflected off of his foot out wide of the near post. Should have about a minute left here to play, as indicated by the referee. So forward, chested by Bariak. Heavy touch. Went back to rush player. Played out, deflected off Bariak. It's just about be done here with this first half. So once Rush puts the ball back in play here, the referee will most likely be blowing his whistle. Simon clears the ball out, and indeed there is the whistle for the end of the first half. Here in Lansing, the reigning defending USU Soccer U15 Boys National Champion, National Union Black, two-time State Cup champion and regional champion, lead at the half here by the score of 1-0 over Michigan Rush Lansing. Again, hit the subscribe button below the screen if you enjoy the soccer you're watching. That way we can try to get to our 1,000 subscribers. We'll see you at the start of the second half.